Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for November 28th, 2012. Of course, it is Wednesday. We're getting close towards the end of the month, and we are going to warm up a bit as we move in towards December, which will be nice considering everyone's out shopping and whatnot. Well, our storm from yesterday has exited out into the Atlantic, and portions of northwestern, and northern New Jersey received anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow. Same thing for portions of east central Pennsylvania as well. About 2 to 5 inches of snow fell. The rest of the region received anywhere from a trace to an inch of snow. And of course, along the immediate coast, rain was recorded. Pretty much on track with what was forecasted by NY and JPA weather. This morning, we're dealing with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s over the northern interior, some lower 20s around Messina, and of course some lower to mid 30s along the coast. And that has produced the threat for a little bit of black ice out there this morning. But really, most of the region is experiencing dry and tranquil weather conditions, with temperatures remaining cold, but skies clearing out nicely. So overall, for the most part, we're dealing with tranquil weather conditions in place. Taking a look at the radar, as you can see, no precipitation at all throughout the region. We do have a little bit of lake effect precipitation trying to develop off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, but that will remain well to the north and west of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. For today, you can see our infrared satellite picture has high pressure in full control. Here's our storm from yesterday. And this is what happens when you have a phase that happens a little bit too late. This storm really blew up over the Atlantic, and then if that phase had occurred, this heavy precipitation would have been sitting right over the coast and would have made for one interesting Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon. But luckily that did not happen. Instead, this low pressure system exited out quickly, and now we have high pressure in full control. Today's temperatures are going to range from the upper 30s to lower 40s over the interior, especially in locations that received that 2 to 5 inches of snow. The rest of the region can expect highs in the lower to mid 40s. High pressure will be in control throughout today, tomorrow, and over much of this weekend, with only a passing warm front expected to produce a few isolated showers on Saturday evening, with very warm conditions taking hold. Now, I just want to show the water vapor here just for a second, just to show we have a very powerful storm setting up in the Gulf of Alaska here, and that's going to drive low pressure system after low pressure system into the west coast, making for very stormy conditions over the west coast. But that also means we're going to transition back to our mild weather pattern with basically a zonal jet moving from the west coast all the way to the east coast. Again, right now our weather pattern is dictated by this upper level low. When it shifts back to the east, we end up with a cold pattern like we're dealing with right now. When it shifts back into the Gulf of Mexico like it just did, well, then we end up with a warmer pattern a few days down the road. So basically we're dealing with a pendulum here that is controlling our weather pattern. Now eventually this upper level low is going to break down. It will break down. But in the meantime, we're going to be dealing with this kind of back and forth type weather pattern where it gets warm, then cold, and in between those switches we could end up with a storm or two. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we head into early December. Again, if this phase was just a few hours earlier, we'd be dealing with a far more impressive storm yesterday afternoon than what we ended up with. So it's there, the threat is there, we just have to keep an eye on it and see if things evolve correctly. Otherwise, high pressure will be in control throughout much of this upcoming weekend and into early next week. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the European model guidance from the Penn State EWOL website. You can see for this evening we have our trough exiting off the coast. That means high pressure is in control. Yes, it's going to be chilly this evening, but hey, it will be dry. So overall, half a dozen of the other, get a heavy coat. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 20s for the most part over the interior, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. So it will be chilly, but it will be dry. High pressure will remain in control for tomorrow and for Saturday as well, for Friday and Saturday as well. Now, we're going to see high pressure shift from the St. Lawrence River Valley to the New England coastal waters. And what that's basically going to do is initially produce cold conditions for Friday and Saturday. We're talking about highs in the lower to mid 40s. However, by the time we get into Saturday evening, Sunday, and Monday we warm up significantly with a southwesterly wind taking hold from the Gulf Coast up the East Coast. And that means our temperatures are going to rebound to above normal levels, ranging anywhere from the lower to mid 50s over the interior and mid to upper 50s along the coast. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see a 60-degree temperature in portions of the Philadelphia metropolitan area, but I think that's going to be isolated in nature. But still, it's going to be a threat. It's going to be potential there. So really, we're going to be ending up with some very nice, comfortable weather heading in through much of early next week, on through Tuesday, with comfortable, warm weather conditions above normal temperatures, no major storms in the horizon whatsoever, and most locations will remain dry even with that warm front passage on Saturday evening. So we're going to be entering a nice stretch of comfortable weather conditions. Thereafter, as we head in towards the latter part of the forecast period, looks like it's going to get a little bit more stormy and certainly a bit colder as we start to transition to a more active weather pattern, which I'll discuss in a few minutes in the severe and, should I say, long-range forecast discussion for premium members. So I'll have out later this morning. Also, I just want to bring up once again, December 1st, this coming Saturday, we're having a winter weather workshop. The first workshop will be at Perk-Save, Pennsylvania, between 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Cost at the door is $30. I'm going to highlight that right there. $20 if you pay right now. And that basically goes to the Red Cross to help out, and some cost for, the hall and stuff like that. Here is the address. In New Jersey, if you're closer to New York City, we're having it in Butler, New Jersey on December 1st, so once again, between 3 and 4:30 p.m. Same cost, $20 right now, $30 at the door. We're going to be talking about the winter weather pattern and also a variety of other topics. We're going to have a lot of great presentations, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And of course, you will be able to ask questions, and we will be answering them. So if you have questions about the weather in general or just this upcoming winter, come on in, help out, and get your questions answered, and have a great afternoon or morning. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And more importantly, it's going to raise money for the Red Cross and help those who have been impacted by Hurricane Sandy. And you can go right, let me pull this up. Right here, here's the address, Live Weather Blogs. Just go visit this website and you will be able to sign up for the presentation, or hopefully I'll see you there. It'll be a lot of fun, and I really look forward to seeing you. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.